Dear learners, welcome to MSBT online learning platform. We bring you the most relevant contents in a most attractive digital format for the course name Emerging Trends in Electronics with the course code 22636. Myself, Vaishali Rajeshirke, a lecturer in EG department from VS Polytechnic, Chembur, Mumbai. Now here in this unit we will focus on second unit recent electronic components. Now here are the contents. The first we will see the introduction of flexible printed circuit. Second, flexible PCB layer structure. Now these are the learning objectives of this presentation. Describe the features of flexible printed circuit. Second, describe the flexible PCB layer structure. Now this is the conceptual map for the flexible circuit. So there are four different types of flexible circuit. The first is single-sided flexible circuit. Second, multi-layer flex circuits. Third, double-sided flex circuit. And the fourth one is nothing but a rigid flex circuit. So nowadays, the whatever the appliances we can see for the emerging applications. So in that devices, whatever the boards are used, so rather than using the PCBs, rigid PCBs, we are using now the flexible printed circuits boards. So this is the way it looks like. So it is a flexible in nature or the flexible in size. Now these are the features of these electronic components. So right now we use for the emerging application. So it comes in a miniature size. It requires a very low power. So that is it requires or consumes a very less power. Then it has a leadless mounting. The components which are used are all other leadless mounting is there. It provides a very high operating speed. It go for the multifunction operations. Higher noise immunity. So it can sustainable with the higher noise environment. Operating temperature is high, so it can withstand with a very high temperature range. With a high operating frequency, reliability is more. Then most important is nothing but its operating life is a higher. That is a long life it can withstand. And the devices which are used for this by using this recent electronic component. So these display devices provides a very brighter and multicolor nature and flexible and size is small. Then the last important thing is battery. So battery which are used for these components, electronic components are smaller in size, higher rating, fast charging and maintenance free operation. So these are the features of electronic components nowadays which are used for the emerging applications. Now this is the concept of your flexible PCB or how the PCB FPC layer architecture we can see. The heart of flexible printed circuit is the flexible PCB. And these flexible PCBs are comprises of films and thin layers of conductive traces. Now the first base material is nothing but a dielectric substrate film. Now over to this dielectric substrate film, the second layer is nothing but the adhesive. So these adhesives are used to bond the various materials together. Now after this adhesive, there is a third layer is made up of an electrical conductor. So on this electrical conductor, we have a circuit traces. And the fourth layer is nothing but a protective coating. So this is the structure of the FPC boards. Now let us see the materials which are used for all these four layers. The first layer is nothing but a base material, so which is made up of a dielectric substrate film. So the thickness of this substrate film is a very thin one and it varies from 12 to 120 microns. The material is polyester and polyamide. So polyester is material is very cheap and for this we use here in this low flexible circuits like in calculators, touch panels, keypads, cameras and automotive dashboards. Whereas a polyamide material, it has a very excellent temperature characteristics and low thermal expansion. So that this polyamide are used for the high-end flexible circuits. The second is nothing but the adhesive. So these adhesives are often offers a maximum compatibility with the chosen base material. If we use the base material is a polyester, then we'll go for the polyester adhesive. And if we select the dielectric material is a polyamide, then we'll go with the polyamide adhesive. So along with these two adhesive, we can go for acrylic, epoxy and phenolics can also be used. Now the third layer over the adhesive is the conductor. Now these conductors are nothing but the fine metallic copper foil is used. On this foil there is a electronic traces or the circuit traces will be there. Now this foil comes in a two types. One is the ED copper foil and second is nothing but a rolled anneal copper foil. Now these ED copper foils are basically used for the low cost circuitry, that is low cost appliances where we use in the industry. So for that we'll use the conductor foil is made up of ED. Whereas the RA copper foils can be used where we require a very high resistance to continue flexing requires. So in those circuits for dynamic application we will select the conductor is nothing but that metallic film is of RA copper foil. So along with this ED copper foil and the RA copper foil, we have the other examples of the conductors like gold, aluminium, nickel or silver can also be used as a conductor. Now after the conductor, the last layer is nothing but a protective coating. As the name suggests, it protects the conductor layer from the moisture, contamination and the corrosion. For that, we use here it is this protective coating also to reduce the conductor stress during the bending. The most commonly used materials for this protective coating is nothing but the three types. One is a polyester film coated with the polyester adhesive can act as a protective coating. Second, polyamide film with acrylic adhesive can be second protective coating we can go for. And the third type is nothing but a polyamide film with the epoxy adhesive. So this protective coating finally it is used to reduce the conductor damages from the frequent bending. So the thickness of this cover layer should be the same as the thickness of the dielectric layer. So this is a thumb rule that the protective coating thickness is same as the thickness of the dielectric layer. So here is the quick recap. So before move on with the further presentation, let us stop, let us pause, attempt the set 1 MCQ based on the learned concept. Now let's go for the hands-on session. Solve the set 1 MCQ. After solving the set 1 MCQ, at the end of this presentation, the students will be able to describe the concept of flexible printed circuits. They will also be explained the FPC layer architecture. So what are the different layers are in this FPC that can also be explained in a quite good manner. Thank you.